how to make a paper spinner. This is just a normal A4 piece of paper and I need a square. So I don't want a big one. I'm going to fold it in half first. Make the corners meet and squish it down. And I'm going to use this one half. Now, to make a square out of this, I take this point and I'm making this top edge, or this side edge, meet this top edge. And it will go to a point here. You have to make it really precise. And before I squish it, I make it go to a point and match the edge. And then I can cut this side bit off. Okay, I have a square. Now, I actually only want 2/3 of this, and the best way to make 2/3 of a square is you do a thing called an S fold. So you make your paper like an S, and then you see if you can just move it a bit until they're even, matching each piece. If it's not right, you just move it a little until they're equal. Open it out. I'm going to fold, keeping this edge straight. I'm going to fold to that line I made. And then this piece could just fold over. It should go to the, it should match, go to the edge. So I only want 2 of these. I need to cut on each line. 1, 2. I'm thinking that piece I cut off before, I could probably use it if I want to make another one. I just have to make it the same width. I might prepare it now, then I've got it to use if I want. Okay, actually I only need 2 though. Exactly like I did before, this edge has to go to this edge with a point here. If I make, before I squish it down, if I just make it meet and then I push it down with my fingernail, because that one went up, this one has to come down and make it match, move it a little. It works best if you're more accurate. And now this one has to be exactly the same. This has to go up and this has to go down. Just make them exactly the same. Now I'm going to put this one on top of this one. So it looks a bit like a windmill. I'm going to start with the piece that's on the bottom and I'm going to fold it over the top of the top piece. So I'm going to fold that over. I'm having a bit of trouble keeping it still, so you can do this to make it easier. I'm going to fold on that line and I'm going to fold. And I'm going to fold on this line. Mine's not really accurate, but I think it'll still work. And then I'm going to fold on this line and on this line. Okay, I think it'll be easier now. So I'm going to put this one on top. I start with the bottom though. I fold over. Now this is the piece right beside it, not this piece. Put it on top, this one on top, and this one, it has to go on top, but it also has to go underneath there. It's a bit tricky, so what I do is I bend it, kind of curl it around so I can push it under wiggle it till it's underneath. That's my spinner. Now, you could spin it like this, but I find it works better if I fold it on that line and open it, and then fold it on that line and open it. That means it just kind of has only one part touching the table. And then I push with one hand and pull with the other. Push, pull. I'm sure you know how to use a spinner. You can do some cool effects, like maybe a spiral. So a dot in the middle coming out. Let's see if that looks good. Whoops. Yeah, you could use colours. I made one earlier from some leftover origami paper, and the two different colours look good together. You could do it with two different coloured paper. You could draw a picture on it. That's how to make a spinner.